Welcome to episode 4 of Prussia. We have united the lands of Prussia, or it's known in the old Prussian language as Prussia. It was quite a bit of a long way of getting there, but we did it by golly, by the gods, by Lima, Perkunas, Gavi, all the other gods ones. But now, High Chief Runkym, the Scarred as they call him. You know, his father said make the Sambians a superior tribe, but we don't need to be a superior tribe as long as we are united as all Prussians. And that's the first act. We will create the High Chiefdom of Prussia. It'll cost us quite a bit of money, but it'll get us plenty of prestige. That'll be the primary title. So, the name is Prussia. We're no longer the Sambians and all that. Would that be considered too many chiefdoms? High chiefdoms? Well, you're not a kingdom yet. That's what happened on this day. But on that same day, make it known that the band of Medina will have bards singing of their deeds for time immemorial. So I'll spend 500 renown. We will unlock the Society Legend Progress Bar. All members of the Society will begin to contribute to the legend of the band of Medina. It's 0 out of 100. Completing missions and various events will allow members to fill the bar up. Still have plenty of renown, but there's another thing I could do. Unfortunately, I cannot do warrior training, which I'm not allowed to get their special commander trait. Because I'm already a trickster and battlefield terrain master. You can only hold 2, you cannot hold 3. So sorry. But I will choose a military aspect. As member of the band of Medina, I could choose to focus on a specific military aspect of a warrior's life. Doing so allowed me to choose a lifestyle trait. That'll be 150. My fellow members of the band of Medina have long been wondering when I will choose a focus from my fighting talents. There are those who live for the art of dueling, while others prefer a more theoretic side of combat, yet hunting is a worthwhile pursuit. But I should focus on personal combat. Smash +2, but +30 personal combat skill. I will become a masterful fencer and duelist. This will lead to the trait. Eventually. It will definitely help it up further. As I am a hero now. It's +15. I got rid of the other 2 chiefdom titles. So now we're back down to square 1. It costs prestige to get the tribe organization of it. Wants domain centralization. Everybody's undecided, which can't be good. Yes, domain's too big and all that. You want to be on a council, but friend, you don't need to be. What happened to your chiefess? Probably got in a fight with them. Very well. I've studied my soldiers practicing their swordsmanship, and I am certain that some of them are becoming unsettled by the constant watch of their high chief. Perhaps it is time that I admit that I could use some guidance. When it comes to my own dueling, if nothing else, I could join in a training. Diligent is excellent. So I'll have rigorous practice for 10 years. I'll discreetly hire someone to instruct me. So now you have 4 lifestyle traits: ambitious, brave, proud, and diligent. There is room for one more. Personal traits, not lifestyle traits. Gotta be more specific. You want me to wage war against them, Mazovia? They are weak currently. That's what you want. It's for the Legend progress bar. You cannot disobey orders here. Alrade, a veteran in my knowledge, is a mediocre duelist at best. It is shameful for someone like her to be so woefully unready should the Vanamedia call upon a raid. Perhaps to encourage her to spar with another member. Oh dear. Besides, through all this, should provide an even challenge. Maybe an even fight between the two. Managed to best ended up short clash. The cheering crowd heaved Dorado up on their shoulders after the victory, hosting her over to the lodge to celebrate. She'll become a renowned warrior yet. She thought it was beneath her. And I'd lose a bit of renown as she disrespected me. But oh well. Whatever helps these activities. I've had trouble with the vassal mine. I tried everything I could to think of to help us get along better. Chancellor Tarun managed to do it in one day. I had struggled several weeks when he told me just ask the vassal for forgiveness, and that's all that was needed. You were a malcontent. It's just his job. Be careful where you point that thing. Our courtier cried out today as I was sauntering back from yet another session at the training grounds, idly playing with the sword in my hand. The woman hurried to correct herself. Of course, Master Duelist such as yourself would know best, my lord. Oh, a master, am I? Why, yes, I suppose I am. Almost close to 300. Not a renowned duelist yet. As it is Serene Province right now. And if you want me to wage war, then it's time for you to come out of hiding. Bring family home. There. There's a vassal inheritance warning, but we can get this first before we take him on. But first things first. Since this is where most of our levies come from, time to inspire warriors. If Holding does not have a full garrison or levy, you can choose to instantly refill it. Warriors from the area surrounding Sambian Tribe blocked to my banner. The entire village and the village garrison is bursting with new recruits. I could do another. 197. Well, war me at 2. Oh, you can only use that for 2 years. We're much stronger than before. And with the help of the retinue. Let's win a quick war. I'm gonna push your claim, since you're not happy with me, but I'll make it up to you. what do you mean? Will not become Runkym's vassal. And he gets the High Chiefdom. You sure? Are you sure? If High Chief holds a higher tier title. Okay, why don't we just conquest? Just do it the old way. No subjugation, just conquest. Just do that old way. So once we conquer that High Chiefdom, give that land to him. He'll be overjoyed. And subsequently fight them too. As he's got a bow. Member of the Champions of Perun, but he's not from the Trade League. I guess it's inherited from another. Conquest against a non-Baltic power doesn't cost you nothing in prestige. We'll do it the old way. Don't call any tribal vassals in. We could do this on our own. My son Runkym is already a novice fighter. Training you, in a way. To your usual flanks. Freedom. As the enemy scurries away from the battlefield like a frightened rabbit, I wiped the sweat off my brow and watched in silence. It was a hard-fought melee, and I was in the thick of it, personally leading my men to victory. Not only won this battle, but also a great deal of respect. Songs will be sung of this day. Not enough to make it a large city. It's our practice range. Lately, I've become afraid that someone might want to hurt me. I'm thinking about hiring two food tasters, and maybe a bodyguard would be a good idea. Food tasters, bodyguards, anything that could save me. Didn't become paranoid. No, Steward Mayor Kantz wants to hire rough kids to bully the peasants who are not paying their taxes. Anyway, it's good as long as the money is entering the treasury. Don't need improved relations anymore. Come back here. Groups, what happened? Died coughing his lungs up. Oh, I knew you were coming. It's just I didn't think it was that bad. No, I lost my only friend. Oh, heck. Complete raid, now the actual conquest. And the glory factions, it's neutral now, but it'll come back around soon. Who dares? None of you are any good. Also, this is for you. Just to get you on our side. It's time to drive those raiders out of here. Raiders of Chief Runkym. Down there. Alright, we don't have a center commander anymore. He's one of the good ones. Used to have you, but you're all grown up now. But there's a reason for this. More venerable elders. How much is it to summon a large commander? 300, really? A promising member of the band of Sangha is eager to test his mettle in battle and prove his loyalty, fighting by my side and leading armies against the enemies of Prussia. Welcome, fellow warrior. Perfect. He'll be leading the center. What are they doing? Mazavia is about to win the thing. But remember, we have superior forces now. Still have all the old weapons. Why do you like me so much? Oh, I didn't know you were the band of Medina. Release him. Because, you know, he needs to do more of these activities. Because every little bit helps. We'll go to war in a few moments. A man claiming to be one of the leaders of the rebels of Warmere comes one night to see me. I receive him and proceeds to tell that he's willing to betray the rebels for a purse of gold and an invitation to be part of my court. My spies tell me he's probably a man to be trusted. I'll agree to the man's proposal. They say he's trusted. Now they'll still like me. We can do a lot of prolonged war. have ourselves some ships in the future. Or use. And I want to fight some more. Before we start, subjugating the Lithuanian lands, which we ought to do more of before Polsk, which is led by the Rus there, starts expanding those areas. Because the Baltic realms cannot defend themselves. It's better to unite, much like we did with the Prussians. It's the only way. But first we have to fight against Mazovia. Conquest. And mind you, this is a holy war. So others may join. Useless. Anything to do. Do I have a better chance of? Yes, but I would help you back the plot to take revenge on Taro. Because I don't particularly like the guy. For the mission. The information was given by our man inside the rebels proved correct, and we were able to mount an ambush and kill the leaders and most of the rebels. The stability of Warmia is now neutral as I keep my promises, and my court has a new courtier. So I is his name. Welcome. Very well. We did join a plot to take revenge on him. I'll do whatever I can for you. Industriousness. As the local leaders of Warmia state their complaints, I take notes and write the list, diligently address those concerns in due time. It always pays off to have a plain conversation with people with direct knowledge of the issues at hand. Might not agree with anything, but at least those who talk to me will understand their opinion matters, and things get ultimately done. I value competence above all. So, it's a peaceful province now. But it's no longer a peaceful province here in Warmia. I told you, this area has the roughest kind of people. So doing alright? Become lustful. Well, I hope you just have good luck for your son. If you ever get one. In fact, let me help you with that. Still got a few women in prison, right? Well, take her. Also, we may prison a few women more. There's the chief pluck there. Pluck. trained fighter. Okay. When it's well, I'll be sure to get you into the warrior lodge. This is a raid, but not the actual siege. Drive them out before they get reinforced even more. I feel the power of the wood flowing through my veins. Whatever the hell that means. I snarl at the enemy commander, visibly saying, "Surrender!" He shouts, "I doubt this," and the man's words that cut short by a weapon cutting through his throat. The wood. The forest, yes. The symbol of the band of Mendina. He was the heir to the Lithuanian band. Aha, I'll mount your head on my town walls. Could have sworn I heard the enemy commander. Theophilus sparking orders as I searched the plains nowhere to be found. Fellow soldier finally informs me he's cowering far back behind a large rock and most disgraceful about his troops. A tutor for the Mausoleans. Here you are, been itched for a fight. Swinging my weapon. Suddenly, those shrieks in pain dropping my axe of Perkunas. I'm stuck staring at the mess I made. I've managed to make his eyes bleed, possibly blinding him. No mercy. Songs will be sung of this day. They're next. Sure, 20. Knowing that we may get a few gold coins out of this. Now go for the actual objective. There's no temple holding, is there? No. We got our objective. The High Chief himself. If we capture him, we win the war. Because I'm in no mood of prolonging it. Nobody got captured. Additional reinforcements. Wait till they gather around. This one's got a temple holding. Many pointed out that a high chief works in the fields, intended to land and crops makes you feel closer to Zemna, more so than any prayer. As you take a short break, I notice Saban's approaching. I greet and exchange words about the harvest. Turns out he's also the follower of Zemna. Sabans, we should talk some more. You might be a worthy replacement of Tarun, which we're trying to get rid of him. No need to assassinate him. It's just an idea of discussion. We raid, and then we occupy. That's how we Prussians operate. Mainly because that one unit just could not. What's going on over there? Lithuanian subjugation. That's unacceptable. Worth joining. When you join a defensive war, at least the vassal levy's opinion will go down over time. Put a stop to them too. We'll subjugate the Lithuanians at a much later time. Still with me? The last attack on Baghdad fell the great city. This great institution has been sacked and its book destroyed. It is said that the river now runs by Greek. That means somebody occupied Baghdad. Who? There was an Assyrian uprising, and they succeeded. Amazing. Looters just completely destroyed the temple. Oh, let's go save them. We got all the money, but we just destroyed the place. Now save Lithuania. The High Chieftain part of it, that is, separate from a chiefdom. What? Kid? Oh, I don't mind. There's no reason for that arrest. Got here as fast as we could. During the battle, I caught sight of a thin man that looks a lot like my friend Subban's, and he is struck down. Suddenly, I'm pushing the soldiers out of the way, hurrying over where I saw him fall. I know it is not Subban's, but I cannot help myself. We must remember to tend to our wounded. Now I've become patient. So therefore, here's the max of the personal traits. Ambitious, brave, proud, diligent, and patient. Very good. Sacrifice all of them. Fighting these foes too. As a result, they came out of nowhere. That'll keep them busy. Volatile province move, that's all I wanted. Everything is stable. Now back to Sambia for a while. Now let's actually occupy. Thanks to his connections, Tyler and my chancellor came to me with a recent idea to reinforce our troops with foreign recruits. The plan is to send an envoy asking for help from his acquaintance. Kurbag, Kunz, and Kal, and the Checo is going to ask to help us. And a var. You know, go ahead with the plan. We always need reinforcements of any kind. Even from faraway lands. Target is published the results of his medical investigation. The book's not See any notable attention, but at least develop his skills of precision. As long as he keeps me healthy, I shouldn't complain. Just gonna slow them down for a while. My chance to return from his meeting with Klibar Kunzikal proposal to receive a host of soldiers in return for payment. Tempting offer, but accepted. Would you look at that? That helps, actually. Be on standby. We'll meet up. And we'll fight them again. The Lithuanians must be stopped. Hell of an offer we made. Now they're on a run. War score's at 100% now. Let's go help Lithuania. Congratulations on your successful conquering new territory. Tonight, we will raise all our drinks in your honor for the High Chief of Runkym of Prussia. For the man of Medina. The legend continues to grow, which is currently 24%. These commanders that we have here. As good as you are, since you're from the time of my father, we need another Genghis. Not as good as I thought it would be, but you'll do. Now they call Sanglavs the Great Bear. Received that nickname during the course of the war. So let's raid the capital. Died of severe stress and was unable to have a son. Rest in peace, Chief Napals. You've been very good to us. One of the best Prussian warriors we've ever had. Now time to give some of these guys some territory. Pomsania will be yours, Bingus. And for your excellent service, you'll have because someone's got to guard the borderlands. Raid, then occupy. That's how we operate. Alright, we're out of here. We'll rest a bit before the next couple of wars, which will be wars of subjugation. starting with them, a former ally. This would definitely make a difference. The bigger we are, then the less vulnerable we are from foreign attacks. And you're a part of it. Okay, switch crown focus to here. Build a large market city here. So we have all this money. Now it's time to worship our ancestors. Continue to share wisdom. That's what I ask. You shall have him. Ever since the Battle of Galindia, I find it hard to be near my children for the fear of being sent away again. I cannot stand the thought of us losing each other, and this distance is better. Surely it is better. I will go out hunting with my brethren, I think. Fresh air, yes, because I'm a member of the band of Medina. It's the best thing we could do. Semi-Gallian failed in that war. Ah, cramp. Okay. Well, don't rush that day, otherwise they'll get antsy. But remember my current ambition. I want to be the king of Lithuania and Prussia. While the legend continues to grow, slowly but surely. How much money do we gain? 3. You know, we could improve upon that. Because, you know, since it's taken a long time to get there, I'm taking a risk here. I'm going to switch towards intrigue focus for the time being. Because you know why? Not only that makes stewardship go down, which takes us away further from the main size. One, it's not only for intrigue training, when I start spying on people. But it would be better to spy against those who like you the least. And you do have the ability to revoke, but we need reasons to revoke. Get rid of the unruly vassals, or those who are upset about using their levies. We need to get them out of the way. Evil man's my steward. Oh, almost forgot. This Lithuanian skull I have. There are some discarded stains in the skull, reminding everyone of the brutality of this one summon. They say that Vytautas had his head cut off completely before High Chief Runkym decided to bring it home from the Battle of Galindia. It's That's why he had the wounds within earlier, doing what he did. Now, I've inherited the Mark of the Morning Star from Napos. What's up with the diplomacy, fertility, and sex appeal? So, we'll begin to spy on him. But here's the #1 reason why. Let's organize a smuggler operation. I have enough money. So I decided to go ahead and set up a smuggler's ring with the help of my spy master. The success is not guaranteed, however. That'll depend on my education, which I do not have, nor am I, a masculine or deceitful, arbitrary, greedy, but I am brave. And as my spy master helping him with steward stats also plays the role. Mother, what's your stewardship skill? I don't know if that's gonna work. Stewardship is actually my weakest point. But let's get to work. You gotta have intrigue of 12 or stewardship 15. Lots of people want to take revenge. Well, we'll hear it from them soon. In 2 years' time, my spouse could stop being manipulative towards me. And then I'll be right back. I and my trusted sneaks will keep a very close eye on the activities of Mayor Council building. A close eye indeed. Wonder what secrets he's hiding. I'm no longer shrewd. Santos betrayed me. I guess I should have never picked that option. Now I'm not as shrewd as I once was. Barisla, my diviner. It's so impolitely that I can learn further in a wide array of subjects and be more efficient if I spent time each day taking the lessons about the classical period from her. However, if I place myself in a position of student, that is not good for my prestige. On the other hand, an improvement in my knowledge is tempting. Well, I'm no longer shrewd, and I need all the help I can get. So, it's about the stress, but I'm willing to place the effort, so... Learning status is good in order to have education. Was shrewd. This is gonna work, but I'm willing to place the effort. Chieftain of Lithuanians to get this area. How do I help you with that? Ever subjugate, subjugate. After months of planning the whole smuggler operation, I could contact these shady individuals. Now I'm to report the smuggler's ring is operational problem. Excellent. Average smuggler operation. +2 on monthly wealth. Because we're that desperate. Oh. Tonight, the mead hall has been inflamed by rumors of a great wolf wandering through the forests near Sambia. Is that so? The man who spotted the beast claims is well than one of Mendina's cohorts, driven mad after tasting human flesh. The older members of the lodge agree that as Lord of Sambia, it is my duty to track down and slay this beast. Dingus, I would have nobody but you by my side. Go hunt and fell a great beast alongside of me. Raid this area. Okay. Yes, we will. Before we leave this perilous journey to slay the monster that is menacing my subjects, I should make an offering to Nevis to make sure I'm shielded from the preternatural powers of the creature. I will burn the best cattle from my stock. The time has come for us to leave the safe confines of civilization and venture forth to the dark domain of the monster plaguing my lands. With Bingus and Deva's protection, I'm sure to track down this creature and put an end to the threat that poses my subjects once and for all. Let the hunt begin. Yarusha Kalabian sometimes looks oblivious to my words. I'm sure she is dim. Taking care of this child. She is dim, but it's hidden from the world at large. Search for the great wolf spawn my expedition to a deep forest. The path ahead of us is unclear and unmapped, and I fear that if we're not careful, we might end up losing ourselves in the wilderness, where we'll be easy prey to the terrible creature that we're hunting. Who's a better steward? You or me? Great, none of us. So, perhaps we try marking our path. I'll use mine. What a great partner you brought over. Pre-war raid. Before the subjugation. That didn't work. The great wolf is resting by the riverside, its long snout red with dried up blood. Fighting the beast at its weakest gives us considerable advantage against it. Yet we must be careful not to underestimate its formidable opponent, especially now that we are so close to succeeding in our quest. Finally, death to the vile monster. 95% chance I will kill him. I'll become injured while slaying. 4% or 1% will fail at all. The great wolf fights to the very end. We were soon able to corner it and pierce its hide a few times, keeping the creature at bay with our spears. Patiently wait for the bleeding to weaken it enough to strike again, and I land a final blow through the wolf's skull, pushing the creature on the ground, finally vanquished. A wolf tooth for 100 years. Give me that. I'll make a trophy out of it. Just raid and get out. No need to get the rest. Oh. Damn. I hope rumors are true. The Sambian Tribe is filled with treasure. Since I was leader assault, I'll take the best share of the loot for myself. But I'll not forget to share part of this battle prize with my brothers and sisters of the band. Inform me the existence of this treasure. Time to return home. You know, there's a lot of money in this city, so raid that too. And then it's wartime. Time has passed in my diviner, studying a classical confusion in my mind. Idiotic in front of the size of my ignorance, lost confidence in my decisions can only affect my present knowledge. Worse still, my underperformance became a joke of the court beyond. What a disastrous... Damn it. Appalling stewardship and learning. The ancestors have betrayed me. One would think, but I don't know. I just don't have the mind like I used to. I only understand the sword and nothing more. Oh, I forgot. Okay, here's what we're going to do, despite the lack of skills as of late. We will start the subjugation of Sambian starting next year. Very beginning of next year. Pressed pause just in time. Because you know why? Damn! It was given as festival. I was planning on holding that, but just passed that just now. Shouldn't have done positive. Oh well. Also, take a good look at me right now. All these tribal tattoos from that wolf hunter here. Sure, that man is up to something. Just wanted to pick up a little bit of intrigue skill by being a bit of a schemer. I believe I could do great things, so therefore I could put my mind to actually implement my ideas. Gee. Really? Lose another trait, which proud helps me plenty. I have to say that pride is not a sin, although I would take a bit of a health penalty. Child gains a genetic trait. My son and heir, Runkym. When I listen to Runkym Samba, I get sleepy. What a calm voice he has. Even as a baby, the crying was softening to the soul. It is in my family's blood. He has a calm voice, so... My son Runkym's voice is naturally soothing, which is neither powerful nor Adelia's. Its mildness can even calm the angriest of people, and slyly persuade even the most skeptical of men. Interesting. I don't know why that ambition expired, but let me see. I still want to become the king, no matter what. So many people potentially risk because there's so many plots. Basil, kill, revenge. None of them against me directly. And people have an issue with him. Now we have a large market city. Let's build up a wooden hill fort. Keep improving the defenses. Remember that manipulative spouse thing? It's gonna expire on January 19th. So just wait. Things will go back to normal for us. Darker Dask and Isaac. My lord, a vision of Devas came to me and commanded I build a temple of Ormia. I need your help, however. I'm certain I can complete this journey of the grand project my own. Just like Barisla. This has been my father. I mean, you've been good to us. So take this in my blessing. We'll help you with your temple construction. There, appalling stewardship is no longer affecting us, but the learning will, unfortunately, it will remain low, so... And also kind of want to change that domain centralization, which, unfortunately, everybody's undecided. They're going to have to decide, otherwise it's going to be hell to pay. But I think I know what to do to get one of them on our side. I don't usually do this, and I don't know if I am that good of an orator, but I'll see what I could do. "45%, and can't change focus until next year." Again, just want to do a little bit of spying, unless they're come up with some nasty rumors. But let's promote a debate. I can promote a debate in a council to win a political argument and gain the ascendancy over one councillor. In that case, he would owe me a favor. As I said before, I don't know if I am that good of an orator. If the topic is either learning or stewardship, I'm screwed. I'm not much of a persuasive person. Today, while I was at the council meeting, argument about an espionage report being discussed arose. One of the council members opposed my reasoning and boldly challenged my point of view. I simply cannot order everyone around because I want to have credibility. I need to conquer the people's hearts. I need to win the debate. Oh, this guy. Never liked him. I'm surprised somebody hasn't done you in. But he hears a voice inside his head. Right in the middle of the debate, no less. Okay. I could debate it aggressively, defensively, or trick the opponent in the debate. Fortunately, he has the intrigue. So, aggressive stance, the debate's increased chance to have a winner. As this espionage argument, the scores of intrigue on both sides will influence the outcome. As of any debate, the trait shy, which neither of us have, influences negative in trait gregarious. Oh, he's got influences positively for both sides. Intrigue trait schemer and intrigue education traits. Oh, he's got the advantage. Beyond the traits to give an aggressive stance. Robbed, zealous, ambitious, cruel, and brave. So, hey, cruel and brave for me, but oh, he's ambitious too. Damn it, this is pretty. And we're not craven. There's also traits that always influence an argument, such as quick, genius, slow, and shrewd. Oh, well, I was shrewd before I got. Yeah. Or do it more defensively. Which, in this event, will. Patient, kind, humble, cynical. Proud is negative, influencing. Well, I'm proud, damn it. Also, what about tricking the opponent? It's even, win, lose, or draw, or whatever. Well, he's gregarious, so he's got the advantage, including the education trait. Deceitful, patient, humble, cynical. I am humble. No, I'm patient. Rob's a negative trait. Do not have that. I will try to trick my opponent in debate. Who can outwit one another? A devious debate. I faked a mistake in my argument, expecting an expectable counterattack to press my counterattack. I try to trap my opponent with metaphors, logical debate, thinking. The debate goes on. Surprise him once again. It's vain defeat now. I am likely to lose this debate. The discussion lasted for a long time as my counselors attacked my arguments while I kept doing the same. In the end, using some guile and quickness in the mind, I prevailed. With a smart smile on my face, I faced everyone. My political prowess knows no equal. I gained a political victory. Now you owe me a favor. Guess those voices in your head have betrayed you. The voices have betrayed you, just like my mind has betrayed me. I guess I am quite the orator. How long will this effect last? I didn't pay attention. 3 years. Till the next debate, if you wish. I mean, my mother likes me well enough, and I'm surprised she's not even a loyalist. She remains a zealot. I can request council support, but after that, I will owe her a favor. I mean, she's my mother. So I'm just gonna need your help. Not sure what the diviner would want. Okay, don't buy favors. I don't know what it does. They don't use money. But it also makes you arbitrary. Just be nice and request. These are the ones I request exactly. Support on the council. Mother will too. Okay. There we go. Turn into favor. Didn't even get to use you to vote on the council. Because we already made up our minds. So there, that solves the problem. Yes. Loot. Where is this neighboring province? Oh, further down. Okay, because I was getting set to subjugate the Sambians, but a little bit more money would do nicely. And after all, I need to create the title. Also, if you subjugate the Sambians, you will have enough control to create the title. But also, 132 gold needed. We do have enough, but a little more would do nicely. Get ready. Set up here. Best teachers for Brent is a man for the job. Beat the heck out of him. Even more retinue. But just wait, we're in the middle of a raid right now. But he appreciated my choice of opponent. Think. Ah, son. Go more towards diplomacy in addition to your calm voice. I'll give you martial education, as I will be your guardian. That goes the same. You are my child. Don't need to raid all this, just this one province and then get out of here. There'll be some resistance. Join the party. That's all we wanted. Now organize. Save it. When you find it out that a High Chief works in the fields. Venerable Elder. Still come on. No. No need for that. What do you want, friend? If you want to take revenge, go ahead, I'll back you. Not much gold, but we'll take it. Now scram. Oh, Runkym. Since baby Runkym was comfortable to the eye, I recall presenting friends that haven't never to visit me again as long as my child be. Runkym is as ugly as a person could be. I can't be the father of that. I fear that mother wasn't honest with me. Oh, great. Got a calm voice, and he's got ugly, which negates it. Cancels it out. Finally, we can separate the retinue. So go spy on someone else. Spy on somebody less obvious. Like this guy. They're not doing anything, right? Neither are they, neither are they. Baltic region is calm right now. But we will soon start expanding. Oh, should notice. Spire warriors. All we need is one more for this area. It'll be enough still. It's just needed more levy size increase on each of these areas that we build around here. Again, it depends on either Runkym or Gunkite. Either of my two sons will get my vote. Who's more skilled than the other is the real question. Well, it's time to subjugate them. From all the heck way over there, they have an alliance. Negotiate here. Do you know what? Simply for the sake of the vassals, I will not raise my vassal levies. It may not look like it contributes much, but these guys will. So I'll use my personal domain. They'll thank me later. Yes, come on. There's the High Chief himself. I could have sworn I heard the enemy commander Andreas barking orders. Just some commander. A large shrine dating back to antiquity is recently unearthed in Nadruvia. Made of stone, its survival a testimony to its strength and sturdiness. As this shrine was found on territory belonging to me, I have a say on what should be done with it. While it is not large enough to be converted into a modern temple, perhaps it might have some other use. Allow the commoners to use stones for their own purpose, so I'm a leader who cares about the people, and the Druvia will be getting old stones for the time being. I was chasing him when Chief Sandgrave showed me and said, I'll take this one, my lord. Elegantly swinging his longsword. How chivalrous. It did it. Severely injured him. Siege here first, before we work our way up. What are you? Want to take Gdansk? If you do that, that'll be good because there's a trade post there. Runkym's become trusting, so there you go. Now he's got a bit of diplomacy back. But he lessens on the intrigue. But again, my final vote's to be decided when my two sons will grow up fully. My creative spy master discreetly suggests she's willing to help me finding dirt on Priestess Barislaw in order to gain political leverage to further my goals. If I gain the upper hand over this counselor, she will owe me a favor forever. While she is in the council, I will be able to manipulate her as I wish. Well, Mother, that sounds like a cunning plan. But remember, if I'm honest, just, or kind, I'll lose any of those traits, also a significant amount of piety, which I am not any of those. To be successful in gaining the permanent favor of the council, will be tested by using their intrigue. That's from council. Yeah. She's not deceitful, cruel, rude. She's envious. She's honest, which makes it negative. The less success virus also influences success the same traits. It should also be said that chance to calculate before the removal of the just honest country, so usually considered action. A cunning plan, I say, to blackmail her. We shall hear it in a moment. Many years of my life have spent dedicated to the Band of Medina, performing missions and tasks in the interests of the Order and its hero. Today all that effort's been rewarded as I become a new hero. My fellows now look for me for guidance and leadership. So that means I'm the de facto leader of the Band of Medina. Not a recruit. After him. Didn't capture him. We'll soon have this area subjugated, and he'll be serving under us. Like it or not. search for dirt on Priest Parsel was successful, but the counselor stood up to me and refused to do as I wished. But now, the Punisher have the option to act on the damning evidence I found. Framer? She's just a priestess! But I'll keep the information myself. She is a religious woman. Shot at forgery. In other words, I already have the Mark of the Morning Star, and when somebody has the same artifact, and if you acquire the same artifact, you're gonna have it destroyed. Come out of there, brother-in-law. But again, we wanted a quick resolution. You are now subjugated. These chiefdoms are separated. And I understand that he's angry as heck that I usurped the title. What if I just give it to him? Just to make it feel like, well, safekeeping. But, most importantly, let me get out of this. I'll be changing my focus fairly soon. And here's the most important one. The Kingdom of Lithuania, or Prussia, will be created. So, there you have it, but again, because in the vanilla version, the regular CK2 version, if a Prussian were to hold the Kingdom of Lithuania title, it would be called Prussia. Give me a moment. There we go. Kingdom of Prussia. Give subjugate the High Chiefdom of it to this one. Yes, Slovenia was part of subjugate, so the Prussian will be 700. Not I directly. And I can hold 2 more. No, 7 of the domain. So now I've become king of Prussia. There's your color. But we still have work to do. Because forced vassalizations will not work. And your claims will. We have to get them all. Sounds good. And someone can be my advisor, since we're a kingdom now. But damn that Tyrone. That man needs to be rid of as I embarrassed him. I can assassinate him. Should be spying on him. So don't go for the assassination plot all the way yet. Is it possible? Groom my heir? Yes, introduce heir to the realm. I can most definitely do that. Together we are stronger. Anyways, well, Runkym is trusting, calm, and he's calm voice, and he's ugly. And also, if you rule lesson, you may clear the focus of any children at court once, and once only. If you feel that it's like, you know what, I don't think you'd be that good. I made a mistake, so. King Runkym has finally introduced young Runkym at the Prussian court in Sambia as part of the continuing effort to groom the young man as his future heir. Hope he goes well. If not, then not. Still for him for now. As hours go by, I notice Runkym's mood starting to drop. He is always trying his best to impress the visiting vassals, but it's evidently tearing at him. Hopefully this slump of his mood will pass soon. Now there's still a few more vassals to greet. Sorry. He's been attentively watching as I mate with my mother and spymaster in the court whenever he's picked up from me. Let's hope it's only good things. Picked up a bit of intrigue. My wife, Queen, asked me to get rid of one of my courtiers who finds mildly annoying. On one hand, might not be able to refuse the request, but I fired the annoying man. Maybe people will feel my wife has too much influence over my actions. Well, she did manipulate me once, but this is against that man I don't like, so... Yeah, you got it. At least there's someone more qualified. Oh, pick any of the two. Oh, even this one who's not a commander. Turning a favor, turning a favor, yes. Damn it, I keep forgetting. Protect my things. And who's to be the designated region? Well, same for you. Because you have the highest martial ability. Thinking about wrapping up this episode by doing 2 more Enjoy Claimant Wars. Get Lithuania proper back. Oh, really? Bingus has done it. We have Danzig now. Well done. So that means Pomerania is the owner of this trade post. That'll help his economy a little. And subsequently more for ours too. And just to make those vassals happy, I'll be using my own troops again. It's for the Enjoy claim. I will actually get the chiefdom, not him. Don't need anyone's help. Whoops. Sorry, habit. Just charge in. Don't need me on commander's. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, son. Let's hope CK2 turns out to be any better. Mother. Died a natural death. He served our country well in a realm of intrigue. It'll be you. Yeah, CK2 is just not pleasant to the eye, and never thought I really want to look at it more necessary. It looks more homely. Unlucky, could be worse, right? His character's lacking in physical beauty. So, he's the less ugly one. So just remember Crusader Kings 3, like how there's 3 levels of beauty and 3 levels of ugliness. So he got the low end of it. Not the high end ugly. But, hey. So you could say, yeah, not as good looking, but it's hidden in the world of Lord, so he's not as attracted towards them. But, hey, this is a rough lifestyle we all live in. The ascension of Basilisk Constantinos II. Well, initially considered to be a weak ruler, perhaps one destined to be lost in history books, Basilisk Constantinos VII has proven himself over the years during the last years of his rule to be effective. So much so that some of the Byzantine Empire are now whispering his name in the same tones once reserved for great emperors of times past. There's a renewed belief that Basilisk Constantinos VII will lead the empire onto a great path, perhaps even all the way to the restoration of the Roman Empire of old. I certainly hope so. He's a strong basilisk, that's the trait, and that's the reason why he got the events that everybody in the world knows about. Should know about. I think you might be the better warrior than this one, so I may have to switch the vote. So, Princess calls my name for the other side table annual, staying on one of the long tables, challenging me to a fighting. He addresses the crowd saying there's hardly anything bad or good to say someone anything, claiming that I am thoroughly uninteresting and forgettable king. What are you talking about? Maybe he's accusing me of being ambitious, but... Well, no warrior's as cowardly as the one between your legs. I lost my temper soon. I was angry with the rebuke his insults. Cloud quickly soured and ensured his victory. At the very least, after a defeat, he calms me down and orders a drink for both of us. We've done good fun and not to seriously offend me. Well, if you say so. The land is mine. We can create another chiefdom if you're willing to spend money. But it'll be a nice prestige gain. Speaking of that... Oh no, it's not yet finished. Yeah, I'm losing confidence in my old son. Switching my votes to him. If they're willing to go for it. The less ugly one. But he's a better... Well, as far as skills concerned, he's better at martial. Now let me introduce you to the... Unfortunately, he's got a major flaw. Lack of stewardship. Whereas he's got some, but... he does not. Don't declare any war, alright? Let's introduce him to the realm. Lithuania proper can wait. One last war for the last episode, for this episode coming up. Just wait. High Chief Zentis of Subjugate is a renowned and godly learned vassal of mine. After having introduced herself to Kungita, Zentis approached me with an offer. Zentis is willing to spend some time teaching the more intricate parts of the legends in exchange for my favor. It's rather tempting, but anything helps. My learning is better than my learning. It's been tentatively watching as I meet for my chancellor during court, the one who's picked up for me. He picked it up. +1 diplomacy. Perhaps not all hope is lost except for the stewardship. Mapaldus Franz Kundin is a renowned fighter and tactician, having introduced himself to Kunkita. Paladus approaches me with an offer. He's willing to spend some time teaching how to fight in exchange for my favor. Guess I have to owe that guy a favor too. Yes. An excellent little protege. As it seems, CK2 started getting along incredibly well with the child of one of the visiting vassals. Apparently CK2 and Ramex Penikis are becoming fast friends. Not golly. Over there. What are they saying? My space believed they collected enough information on Tyrant's comings, and my plot should now have a better chance of success. Indeed, should happen more quickly than originally planned. Excellent. Now let's get rid of this son of a beeswax. If anybody's willing to join the plot, we'll give them the works. He introduced himself to Axe of Perkunas. He not only presented himself with grace, but also managed to impress by skillfully complimenting him. I taught him everything he knows. I know what I'm going to do with that money. Also press claim. No. If we need to do that, the council's discontent. I just had a thought. Need a new set of armor. You're king. Need a tier 2 armor because I looked at the wealth just now. As he introduced himself to Chief Sungloves, the Great Beard, not accidentally spills a beverage over Sungloves' shoes, but also managed to insult of Sungloves' ancestors. Kid's a disaster. Don't you know he's one of the best commanders out there? While having a pleasant conversation, I'm suddenly interrupted by a ruckus. Upon our investigation, it seems as if CK2 has gotten notified one of the younger visiting vassals. To have two parts, obviously, that CK2 and Chief Sentiments of gentlemen will not ever be friends after this encounter. Wonder who started it. He's the rowdy child. Oh, he lost one. Bring him in. I just need a new set of armor, an improved version. The last of my vassals left, and CK2 looks relieved. He's obviously exhausted from all the formalities, but having been introduced like this will hopefully serve him well in the future. I've done my best to groom him in a worthy heir, because I'm choosing him over my eldest. See if a snake will get him. Oh gee, never, that's not gonna happen. Increase size of domain. Craft me the best quality set of armor you can. Going for broke. I think that's all we can do. Oh, during the afternoon I went to check on the progress of Master Sagadas. I walked in to see my son Runkym getting to help with the forging process. Together they were lifting pieces of metal, and Sagadas showing Runkym how to mold the materials in the shape. Not exactly what I'm paying him for, but a form of service nonetheless. We're gonna make that boy brawny. But it upset the marshal a bit. Maybe not all hope is lost. Even though there's a chance he could become honest or dull or uncouth. But CK2 plays hard and talks straight. Made him brave instead. The conditions for my smuggle operation abroad has changed, which also means the change in income support surprised me. Boom times ahead. Money will flow freely. Very large smuggler operation. That the snake of own city was pumped full of its deadly venom. It slipped away into the night. The guards are now too busy continuing with a string of lethal snake attacks to search for those responsible. I could kiss that snake. Well, maybe not. And also, well, since he's dead, we're spreading the rumors of an already dead person. And because you did that to a dead person, you did not pick up the +1 amateur schemer. What you did was silly. Oh, I got it. Oh, the old man's dead. Frothing at the mouth. Rabies. Anyways, one last war. Did your claim of Lithuania. Will be the new liege. I got this. And the vassals will be coming too. After the war, okay. I'm coming, I hear you. Girls will be girls. She'll be shrewd-minded. I know we're not looking for marriage alliances, but I think you could be a good bride for Kunkite. But you don't have a education yet. Diplomacy will help. In fact, you're already good at this. Yeah. Now to Lithuania proper. You know, Yorosha was the name of my sister. Yes. Obligate him. They call him the Moaner. Due to the parents' low learning, my son Runkym has a chance of getting a penalty in that stat. If one parent has at least less than 6 above the mentioned stat of birth, the child can have its own stat decreased. Oh, I ought to be careful with that. Which means if I want to, I ought to switch to scholarship. So I could prevent that from happening again. But do switch, because I don't want that happen to Kunkite. No, you're not allowed to build a... You know... Put this on. Where is it? Splint mail armor. More advanced than chainmail, this set of armor has plates of solid metal attached along the metal rings to protect its spot of weak spots. Increases the combat skill slightly, but it adds up on defense in battles. Should give away that basic set of armor and one of the old weapons I have to my sons. Due to the parent's high martial, Runkym has a chance of getting an improvement in that stat. If one parent has 15 and above, so it can have its stat approved. I know you're depressed, but we hope for the best. Kunkite's trained fighter now. And they say they want me to get you into that warrior lodge, but under my watch you will. I promise you. I promise both of them, in fact. Here's the money, but now let's occupy. Kinda too late for that. Stay put. I know what to do. Because for the continuing conquest to get the rest of the Lithuanian Prussian lands, well, culturally, all this is Lithuanian. Really, been a long time. Oh, she's got a lot of years. All these prisoners here, they're all pagans. Don't release any of these wretches. Okay, again. You have some flaws in you, but he deserves greatness. So he's become envious. Praxis calls my wife to develop quite the unusual taste. Most of what she asks for dinner nowadays ranges from mildly unsanitary to positively revolting. Still, scholars do agree that a pregnant woman's craving should always be accommodated. Yeah. She didn't become gluttonous. Just well fed. What you got there? Weighing skills, never mind. Put him in irons and pay the ransom before call war's end. There we go. You're not a new liege. We'll do something with you in the future. Who has the High Chiefdom of Lithuania? Oh, it doesn't exist. Okay. So, it's highly likely that in our next episode that we will be fighting against anybody that we have not united all of Lithuania, the Lithuanian parts. And then we'll turn our attention north to Livonia. And even perhaps go further. That's probably as far as this way. The Foreman, another holy site of the Baltic faith. Because the best days are just ahead now. I don't want to put these warriors, to waste. And there's plenty of vassal allied troops that we can deal with. So they're fully ready for the time. This very high amount of prestige. Continue up. As I said, the best days are just ahead for Runkym the Scarred. As the Legend of Progress bar continues, while he moves towards scholarship because, well, doesn't want to have the cookie tip, which I believe he's the rightful one, compared to him, who is depressed, ugly. But, I mean, he's fine all around, but he's much better diplomatically, militarily, and learning. Well, not so much the intrigue, nor the stewardship. But we've got to get a good ride to make up for it. And then I think I already found one, the one that we're also educating. So we'll find out what the future is going to be. Again, the Kingdom of Prussia, Lithuania. That's what it'll be called unofficially, referring to both lands culturally. So we will unite the rest of the Lithuanian lands in many conflicts ahead, before we turn north to Livonia into places like the Deltuvians, the Selenians, the Latgalians, Samigalians, and even Livonia, which is, they're not Baltic, the Finnoralics, one of the southernmost of that people. Because there is a mighty warrior who is the hero of the followers of Otso, and he must be stopped. As we said before, the best days of Runkym are just ahead, and we hope you'll join us for it in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.